Hello guys, today I'm gonna talking about table manner as instructed by Bu Elvina, and it's gonna be for the assignment given by her that I'm supposed to talk about everyday English manners, and my topic is table manner. Before we go, I'm gonna share first what do I mean by table manner. Table manner is a certain rules or norms that commonly agreed by a community or society in that area. So it's basically the things of what you should and should not do while you are having probably like a lunch or dinner, both formal and informal context. So um, today I'm gonna be talking more about how is our table manner in Indonesia and how is it in another country, and in this um, lesson or presentation I'm gonna be talking about table manner in both Indonesia and Canada because Canada is the country that I'm familiar with the culture. So before we continue, table manner in Indonesia. We don't really have that much table manner unless we are talking about formal context. But there are a few things that I think we all agree that it represents the table manner in Indonesia. First, blurping is okay because it shows that you really truly enjoy the food. So it's totally fine when you blurp, because it shows that you really like it, you really love the food, and when you blurp, it makes other people satisfied. Um, so it's totally fine when you blurp in Indonesia. And also second, you're not supposed to chew loudly, so um, you have to chew it carefully. You have to close your mouth well because you don't want people to see what's inside your mouth and the sound of you chewing the food. Because chewing loudly is considered not okay, and considered impolite in Indonesia. And last but not least, I think it's important for foreigners, especially the newcomers to Indonesia. In Indonesia, either it is casual or formal, you're not supposed to drink while standing. I repeat, you are not supposed to drink while standing because to based on the common religious belief, um, drinking while standing is not okay. And even though the people who don't belong to the religion itself, it follows the rules, so it's more like an Indonesian table manner in general. And now that we are familiar with table manner in Indonesia, we're gonna talk about table manner in Canada. So let's see whether or not they have similar rules or norms. Okay. Previously I said that blurping is totally fine in Indonesia. So in Canada, blurping is not okay. It's rude. So make sure you don't blurb, because when you blurb, it's considered impolite, and they will be offended. They won't like it. So do not blurb. And second, this one is similar with Indonesia. You are not supposed to chew loudly because it's considered informal. Impolite. It's not okay. And the last, when we are talking about drinking in casual context, it's totally fine to drink while you stand. For example, when you're casually talking with your workmates, talking about business standing while drinking wine, it's totally fine. It's different with Indonesia that you're not supposed to drink while you stand. So I think that's pretty much it. The difference between Indonesian and Canadian table manner or a manner in eating foods and drinks and stuff. So what should we do to avoid the culture shock? Um, one thing that I can tell you and say um, is that do your research. Just Google it. Ask people who have been there, who knows the culture very well, and remember that to be practical about it. You're not gonna read a book that says the do's and don'ts based on 1970s or something. No, don't use that reference. Be practical. Ask people. Talk to people. Talk to the natives. It will not lead you to confusion because sometimes theory and stuff based on books from 90s, 70s, 60s, it's irrelevant. So just to make sure that to be practical about it, get the right reference, practically do it, and then I believe you're gonna be just fine when you go abroad. I think that's it. Thank you so much for listening and paying attention to my presentation. I hope you're having a good day and see you soon. Bye bye.